Basically, there is a few things that I wanted to address. I want to focus the majority of this addressing issues that keep popping up on my comments here and there. But first I want to talk about one of my favorite movies of all time, Idiocracy. The movie is meant to be a comedy, but the more contact I have with people in the general public, whether it be on YouTube or at my neighborhood grocery store, the more it seems like a documentary on the current human condition than a comedy at all. If you haven't seen the movie, you should. You're definitely missing out. Even if you're one of the people portrayed in the movie, you should still see it. Because if that's the case, you'll have a lot of laughs. While we have a lot of laughs, laughing at you have a lot of laughs because you don't understand the movie, and it's really making fun of, the general public's lack of knowledge and baseline IQ. The reason I bring this up at all is because after seeing the film, I have come to the conclusion that every year, if we continue down the path that we're going, we come closer and closer to bringing this piece of science fiction to life. To sum the movie up, two guys discover that the world has basically degenerated itself into a society that's based on misery, oppression, disease, overcrowding, where advertising, commercialism, and cultural anti-intellectualism are very prevalent, and dysgenics is taking place and has resulted in a uniformly stupid human population. People don't really have any curiosity, they don't take any social responsibility, they don't have any inherent notions of justice or human rights. One of the most compelling parts of the film for me is when they are using a substance that's similar to Gatorade. They're using it in place of water. Their plants can't grow and they can't figure out why, because they're like, no, we can't not use it for water. And then he's like, well, why is it so good? And they're like, well, it has electrolytes. And they clearly don't even know what electrolytes are because they just keep repeating, it has electrolytes. So they're literally blasting back at this guy what they've heard on commercials. This kind of repetitive advertising or brainwashing is what's affecting people so profoundly in our world today, and it's become extra apparent when the little iconic freaks in these videos that I'm making kept repeating in my comments that when I asked them why are the iconic boys good, please give me a reason, they just kept repeating they're good because they're in the finals and be iconic. Things that they heard on commercials or on ABDC or that little mama who, mind you, has the IQ of a squirrel. It reminds me of that commercial where someone says something and then everybody around him starts repeating definitions of whatever he just said. I want to go a little bit into dysgenics. Dysgenics refers to the problem of people with bad intelligence or character produce a lot more children than people with good. And the result of that is a genetic deterioration, big time, in the population. So an idiot breeds with an idiot, another idiot breeds with that idiot, a whole bunch of idiots breed together and create a bunch of idiots, because what they're saying is basically that it's based on your intelligence level is partly based on genetics. So those of us with good genetics are being made extinct, essentially wiping out all the good DNA. For example, if you want more evidence, you can visit my video, Iconic Boys Suck, and scroll down through all the comments. Now, not only on that video did I feel the need to dumb myself down on what I had to say like I normally do when I talk to people, but I also experienced, even with the dumbed down version, an extreme lack of understanding from YouTubers as to what I was trying to say or convey to them at all. This leads me to believe the theory of dysgenics even more, and it's more and more apparent to me in everyday life for each year that passes. I mean, I remember when I was younger I didn't notice it as much, and in the past couple of years I've noticed it more and more and more and more. If you really want to do a study on it, just go into any Walmart around the US and you'll find a whole bunch of them. Idiots are reproducing and reproducing, and less strands of intelligent DNA are being spread into the world on a daily basis, and these kids are growing up caring only about what they can gorge themselves on that day, right now, right here, and what other people can do for them. They grow up with a feeling of entitlement, like they're owed something. And listen, I don't owe you anything. I don't owe you any kind words. I don't owe you any jobs. I don't owe you any money. I don't care if you're 14 or 65. If I have something to say, I'm going to say it. People need to stop being so afraid. For example, I recently got some slack because I commented on a dance crew on a TV show that were young. And basically I was saying that they were given a free pass because they are young. People were afraid that was going to somehow damage these children's psyche, that it was bullying. And they rather just let them get a free pass than say, hey, you're good, but you need a little practice to get better. Instead, they rather let them think that they're already the best and just be copacetic with being average. And average is not good enough, and there's a fight in anything worth anything. The moment you realize that, it's the best moment, because when you grow up and you come of age, I'm talking to all you teeny boppers, you are going to be in a world of hurt when you realize that there's no silver platter that you've been waiting for. We're supposed to be in a place of free speech, but we're taught at home and in school not to question anything, not to stand up for ourselves, because we're basically being bred to be afraid. All these people commenting on my YouTube videos are feeling like they're personally attacked. Listen, I've not made a video personally attacking anyone. I merely pointed out a few little idiocracies, society's little blips that no one seems to talk about or wants to bring up. But I want to go back to bullying for a second. People are so sensitive these days. Anything that you say is considered bullying. It's like, if you don't like me, you're a bully. You don't like a group I like, you're a bully. I mean, man up. Come on. Quit being so damn sensitive. I wanted to go more into this blackface thing. I'm pretty sure that I heard about it many years ago in school, but I never really paid attention because it doesn't matter to me. Not because it's not important, because it is, and it's a serious matter. But it's because when I think of American or human, I don't think of, black, white, yellow, gray, purple, orange. I think of people, that's all. So it confuses me when we stopped being able to make fun of ourselves, when we stopped being able to talk about things like that. I mean, I think it would have been totally different if I dressed up in a cracker uniform and make fun of white people. Everyone would have thought that was hilarious. I mean, it's like, why is there this double standard? I wasn't even aware of that whole thing being taboo at all. I also didn't mean it in a derogatory way at all. But the fact is, it did happen to people. Things happen to everybody, but we move on from it. The minute that we stop being able to look back and laugh at things and bring them to a new light and understand that we use it for learning about ourselves and chalk it up to experience, that's the minute that we stop progressing as a whole, that we stop growing as a person. And I'm not going to limit myself on what I feel or what I say because someone else thinks that I shouldn't. I'm not going to regret the things I've done in the past or the things I will do in the future, because life is too short for that bullshit. And if this is all there is, then I better make the best of it now. At some point, I feel like our reign as a superior species will end, and all we'll be left with is a bunch of laughing monkey-like shells of what humans used to be, sitting there laughing at farts on a TV screen. If I can stop that process even a little bit, if I can make one person think about something, open a person's mind to the idiocracy of all these little taboos, I can just change things just that much. I have so much to say. To all the haters, like I said before, you know what I let you know. And that's all. Nothing more, nothing less. Most of you are like little tiny tots anyways. Tater tots. Or Casey Anthony. I like to make a video on her. There is so much that I want to say about that girl in general. This girl is practically a celebrity. They want to have her in the public eye, and everybody wants to say, oh, poor top mom, poor top mom. Well, that top mom brutally murdered and calculated her 3-year-old daughter's death. She's just like O.J. Simpson with his trial. If his wife had been black, it wouldn't have been blown up as much as it was. And it wouldn't have been the trial of a century, that's for sure. Scott Peterson kills his wife and gets the death penalty. he didn't drive around with her body in the trunk for days or chloroform her and murder her and then go out partying that night, yet he was portrayed in such a different light than Casey. I just wanted to kind of get it out there, see how other people feel about it, and I'm always down for a debate, so bring it on, haters. Other than that, thanks for watching, and peace. Rocksteady out.